Good morning. This is Friday, September 25th, and we are on day 5 of our week of learning, which is day of action turned into a week of learning about our nonprofits. And today we're here at the hospital. So Colquitt Regional, and Jim, if you're listening, everybody's working. I'm kidding. But we're here in this is the Kate, is that right? Kate Jeter Serenity Garden is what it is. And we are meeting with Special Olympics this morning. So we're going to walk on over. We have some special guests here with us this morning. We're going to talk about why we're interviewing Special Olympics at the hospital. Very interesting story. So stay tuned for that. And we are going to go ahead and walk over here and meet everybody. Hello, everybody. Hey. All right. So first, we'll start with maybe introducing you guys. So if you want to tell us who you are and what you do.
I'm a local coordinator for Colquitt County Special Olympics.
Okay. I'm PJ Jones, and I'm one of the local coordinators also for Special Olympics in Colquitt County.
And there's going to be a little bit of background noise, so you'll have to bear with us and hope it works. Yeah, we'll talk. You'll have to talk real loud. Okay, so tell us a little bit about Special Olympics.
Okay, so
history, maybe.
The Special Olympics Georgia mission is that Special Olympics provides year-round sports training and athletic competition for individuals with special needs.
That's very much it. And the great thing about it is that you guys have set such a precedent. I mean, everybody knows what you do. You know what I mean? You've done great things, from volunteer to fundraisers to what you've done with these awesome adults over here that are thriving in our community, right? So thank you for telling us what you do. Now tell us a little bit before we move on and meet everybody. We have a whole group here. Y'all wave. Maybe tell us why you guys chose to enter this position. Like why you love to work with Special Olympics.
And for me, I started off as a special ed teacher at C.A. Gray, and then I was asked by one of the teachers there to volunteer for our local games to coach a sport, and I fell in love with it. PJ and them asked me to go off on state competition and coach a basketball team that some of these guys were on. And
I heard him asking about basketball earlier, so I thought.
I just fell in love with it. I mean, working with these athletes and these guys, I mean, it's been such a blessing. So as I entered that way, when this position became available, when the girl before me left, I had to try for it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is a perfect job.
And so you've actually been with Special Olympics for how long?
I started coaching, it was about 6 years ago, but in this position, this is my third year.
Third year, okay, because I knew you had started around the time I had started my job, so I couldn't remember. But okay, so PJ, tell us.
So I kind of started like Mitchell. I started off at the high school doing special ed, and then the guy that was in my position I'm in now, we got to talking, and he wanted to do work at the high school, so we just kind of switched. And I absolutely love my job. I love working with special ed kids. I feel like God's placed me here for a reason, and it's I just love waking up each day. Like, it's so much fun because it's a new experience every day. So absolutely love it.
I love it. That's awesome. Okay, so we have some athletes here with us today, and before we talk about why we're at the hospital and why they're dressed in Colquitt Regional blue, let's go around and ask if you can kind of tell me, whoever wants to, or if y'all all want to, what's your favorite sport that you're actually involved with in Special Olympics? Who wants to go first? There we go. You got to introduce yourself. What's your name?
I like basketball. I just love basketball, playing, having fun, have fun with my friends, and all that good stuff.
I love it. Okay, anybody else want to tell us what you?
Basketball, bocce, and skiing.
Bocce. Ooh, that's interesting. Anybody else want to go? Go ahead. That's it. Hey, that's enough, right? It keeps you busy.
And my favorite sport is basketball, bocce, and flag football. And in softball, and all I do is work hard for your teammates and show some gratitude and not feel bad. It's just sports. That's all. Just have a good time.
I love it. Good job.
James Moxley.
Uh-huh.
I do swimming, Special Olympics. I do bocce, flag football, snow skiing, and I done the equestrian team.
Oh, wow. You do a lot of different things.
Also, I did team basketball skills.
Oh, great. Well, so we got a good look at what you guys like to do. So it sounds like y'all not only just like one sport, y'all like several sports. So what would be, I guess, your favorite thing about being part of the Special Olympics program? Favorite thing? What's your favorite thing?
Friends and all this, and you make new friends.
Make new friends.
And also being good sportsmanship and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, the sportsmanship. I love that.
Make new friends, make handshakes and all that kind of stuff, and do a lot of stuff, and it's just a lot of fun.
Good. Awesome. Yeah.
Just work hard and good for sportsmanship, and make sure you not do nothing hard. I just saying because I love to play sports all my life, and the only thing I love sports is give me joy and happiness. For my friends.
And I love that joy and happiness. That's what it's all about.
I just saying I love everything I do for this job for the last 7 years of my life. But yeah, it's happy.
Oh, he said job. I can't wait to talk about that. It seems everybody's itching to talk about that. So, anybody else want to tell us what your favorite thing is about being part of Special Olympics? Did they say it already? They already said. Yeah. Meet new people.
Try to win, but most sports have fun.
And so when you go and travel on the sports teams, you meet new people that way too? Do y'all get to do any kind of like dances or anything? Oh, you have a dance? That's supposed to be your favorite part, right? Are you the dancer? Oh, you're the dancer. I love it.
Not only for the competition, but every time we go, we also. It's live. Just keep going.
Yeah, we keep going. Can't stop it. It's fine. It's just
So
a
we
sign.
provide experiences for all of our athletes as well, not just competition, but we've been Braves game. We go to Atlanta Aquarium, the Atlanta Zoo. What else have we done? Yeah, we're going to go to the Ford Museum, and so just things that they normally. The Air Force Museum, things that our guys normally wouldn't get an opportunity to do. We try to provide that experience every time we go. It's something unique.
Well, that's great. Well, it sounds like they're very happy. So y'all are doing a great job.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun.
So we're going to kind of turn full circle to actually a real circle to the back here. And introduce you to some more people that we have with us this morning. But as we said, everybody here is wearing Colquitt Regional blue over here, I guess, except for DQ. He's got to be different, right? Oh, okay. He's wearing different. So we're going to talk about why we're at the hospital and introduce you to these two fine fellas. Oh, I can't miss my board chair. Hey, Bill. Of course, we're in the hospital, so he's here with us. All right. You introduce yourselves for us? Let us know what you do.
And I work with Project Search, which is a program here at the hospital. It's geared toward helping individuals with disabilities gain job employment. And so we've been at the hospital now 12 years. And all these young men that y'all just met actually came through the program at some point or time. And the things that you're exemplifying here that you're seeing, that's what they've done all through their job. So several of them have been here. Avery's been here the longest. I think he's been like, 10 years, 9 years, going on 10 years.
10 years. Wow.
And James has been here 7. And then James Moxley's been here 6 years, I think, 5 years. So, I mean, anyway, they're learning. They get to go off and still participate in Special Olympics, but you actually have a job. And Quan, he actually works for Mr. Beal in the IS department.
Oh, bless you.
So, anyway, it's just been a blessing. It's just an amazing thing.
Okay. Well, introduce yourself, Miss Sherry.
Good morning. My name's Sherry Sherman. I also work for Project Search as job coach, and I also work with Special Olympics volunteering and coaching for over 20 years now. So it's just been a blessing in my life to see them grow up from kindergarten all the way to young men.
Yes.
It's awesome.
That's awesome. Well, I'm so glad that y'all are doing this program. It obviously is doing great things for our community, as well as doing great things for our anybody in our community. From how old are you guys? I need to know. Y'all look young. Yeah. And so, how long have y'all been? Can y'all tell me a little bit about how long they've been in the Special Olympics program? I know that's kind of caught off guard, but
They've been here longer than I have.
Yeah.
longer than you have. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And
You guys have been participating since you were in middle school.
I know
Elementary school for fun.
And all of these kids, I think, are young men. I actually
Young
taught
men. I like it.
at
That's
the
why I said
high
they're like
school.
grown
Yeah,
now.
they are grown. I taught them at the high school, so I knew them before I actually got really involved with Special Olympics. So I've been knowing them for a long time too. Got really close to them. Some good fellas out here.
So, can you tell us a little bit about how many participants or athletes that you have in Special Olympics right now? And I know right now it's hard because everything that's been going on with COVID, and we kind of would like to hear a short little story about what y'all been doing since then, if y'all have been able to do anything, and what your plans are.
Okay. We at our local games that we offer to all of the Area 14, we usually have about 300 participate in that.
Mhm.
And then we usually have about 100 volunteers that come out, whether it's students or volunteers from the community that come out and help out at our local games. So our numbers have increased each year. So we've been very blessed with that too.
And as far as COVID goes, we're still kind of on hiatus, waiting to hear from the state office, and also our local school board has a say as well because of transportation. And so right now we're kind of in limbo, up in the air. We're hoping to get started back. We want a big kickoff in the spring. Who knows what's going to happen as the weather warms up. So we'll see.
And I know that y'all said y'all have had the chance to virtually work lately, right, in the last few weeks. So through that, what do you feel like has been, have there been any hard or obstacles that you've had to, I guess, hurdle over when it comes to teaching virtually and what you do? I know this is kind of this is a side thing, but
we had just talked about this morning at the office. My biggest thing was I'm thankful we were allowed to teach from home, but I like seeing my kids. I like hugging my kids, and we haven't been able to do that. We've been able to talk to them virtually and wave at them over and over.
And they probably think that's really cool. Most kids think that's really cool, or adults too.
Just look at the cameras.
And I have to brag on our teachers and our the other staff that we get to work with daily, because they've done an outstanding job of picking up where we can't be there to actually make sure our kids are doing adaptive PE. They've done a great job. So it's went well. We just can't see them. I mean, we can't, be with them physically. So
we've had to get creative, and it's been a good learning curve, I guess, using technology to teach PE. But
and I'm glad we were able to meet outside so we could take our masks off and kind of be able to talk so you could hear us and hear everybody. So is there anything that anybody wants to tell us or add while we're live?
We do want to add a little bit about how to be involved with our Special Olympics to our community. We have several different ways. One way is we have a local management team, and we meet once a month. And our management team we plan all of our events and anything that we have going on locally or like at the state or regional level. We also have fans in the stands where we ask people from the community to come out at our local games and cheer on our athletes and just be there for them and show support for them. And then I'll let Mitchell share too.
Yeah, there's also something that we do now at our local games called Olympic Town, and that's always a fun thing that our athletes get to do in between competitions.
When did that start? I know that was
it's been going on at the state level for years, but we just started it at the local level last year. We've only done it for one full year.
And that was good. That was a good.
During our spring games, we asked members of the community to come out, sponsor a booth or a game or snacks. We have popcorn. Snow Biz came out. And so it's a chance in between competitions. Our athletes aren't just sitting around. You know, they're able to go and play little fun games and get prizes. And the Moultrie Police Department came out, fire department came out. Kids got to go inside the police car and all that. So they have a great time doing that. That's been a blessing. So that's another way to volunteer. I've had a couple people reach out to me from the community, call me and ask, hey, how can we get involved?
Yeah.
And if we're full with coaches, you know, then I ask them, hey, you can do something at Olympic Town.
Right. So Special Olympics, what age? Give me an age range. I don't know if y'all told me that earlier.
Young athlete starts at 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it goes from 3 years old to there's no upper limit.
No,
We have some teams come from Albany actually, and those guys are
like
50s.
50,
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's
to play
awesome.
3-on-3 basketball, they're the funnest to watch.
Yeah, I bet that's a hoot. I bet that's a lot of fun. Oh, lost the time. We're good. Yeah. Well, great. All right. So if you said about volunteering, but do you have any fundraisers on the horizon that you feel like
We
you
have
might?
that planned
I know that's been
so
hard,
far,
and you've lost a lot through that. And I know y'all usually do a really good fall one that's with one of the games, right?
Well, we've done the pregame supper in the past, and last year we actually started to do the raffle and the drawing at our local games. Went out the winner, and it went really good. And that's what we plan to do, hopefully in the spring, if we get to do local games again.
Good.
So, but we also have a Facebook page that y'all can stay tuned. We put information out on it. It's the Colquitt County Special Olympics Facebook page. And so if any of you would like to be a part, you can always send us a message through there and we'll check it and we'll be back in touch.
Great. All right. That's awesome. And I like that y'all still have a plan going and, you know, it hadn't just come to a complete halt and you're still keeping in contact and connection with everyone. So, well, great. Does anybody else have anything they want to share? No? Well, we had a big group out here today. So, thank you all for being a part and thank you for taking time from your jobs to come talk to us and let us know what you do in the community with Special Olympics. So y'all get back to work. All right. Thanks, guys.